Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I posted a full-length video, but that's because I've kind of been figuring out how I want to take the art direction of my page. I was kind of bored with the way I was making my full-length videos before, and I want to incorporate art more into the channel because I do enjoy different forms of arts and crafts. I enjoy fashion, I enjoy making art, so I kind of want to put a bit more of that into the channel, maybe incorporating it into like an art and science channel and not just science. So this video that I'm doing today is kind of an experiment. I'm going to be making a digital collage that is in line with the subject that I'm going to be talking about. Periodically over history, the Earth has gone through these eras of warming and cooling, which is normal. At the very beginning, the Earth was this hot ball of rock with no atmosphere that was constantly being hit by asteroids. Then some time passed and volcanic eruptions on the Earth's surface started creating an atmosphere. And some of the asteroids hitting Earth had ice on them, which melted and started forming the ocean. Then some more time passed and the process continued on a grand scale with this constant cycle of the Earth heating up and cooling down. And at some point, the Earth was over 400 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for roasting whatever microorganisms may have been around. So if the Earth has been so hot in the past, why is our current period of warming such an issue? For one thing, just because the Earth naturally warms on its own doesn't mean that it can't be disastrous for living beings, even causing mass extinctions in the past. In fact, the biggest recorded mass extinction was the Permian-Triassic extinction, or the Great Dying, which occurred around 252 million years ago, and was caused by global warming and changes to the ocean and land. So you can imagine what something like that happening in the current day might look like. For example, the increasing greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is causing ocean acidification. This process is caused by the ocean, which is a carbon sink, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which turns into carbonic acid. This is bad for animals that form shells, and it causes their shells to weaken over time and reduce growth. Global warming also causes extreme weather patterns and climate change. So we'll start to see more extreme spikes of heat and cold in the summer and winter times, and longer, more intense rainstorms, hurricanes, and snowstorms. Increased drought in some areas, but flooding in others. And we can't forget sea level rise. All of these things could potentially displace people from their homes, increase sickness, lead to even more food insecurity, and a lot of other problems. All of this, our current climate issue is happening at a rate faster than normal due to an increase in greenhouse gases because of human activity. For those of you who don't know, greenhouse gases are gases like methane and carbon dioxide that are emitted into the atmosphere and hang around and trap heat, which causes global warming. Some of these human activities include burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and the raising of livestock. Of course, some of these things are necessary to keep our societies running in one way or another. We need lumber to build buildings, we need livestock for food, we burn fossil fuels for energy. Even though they are a detriment to us in a long run, we'll probably continue to do these things until clean energy and climate cleanup efforts are more widely accepted, especially by the countries producing the most carbon emissions like the United States. So the climate crisis is real, it's very real, we know it, we see the effects of it, so why is it so controversial? What do we do about it? These are very loaded questions. So here are some reasons that I think that some people aren't taking it seriously or simply don't believe that it's happening. A big thing is the politics and economics of using fossil fuels versus clean energy. Burning fossil fuels are much cheaper than installing and running clean energy sources, plus clean energy has its own troubles, but we'll talk about that in another video. In addition to the money side of things, there's also all kinds of politics involved in who's getting fossil fuels from where, who are they paying for it, how much are they paying for it, and a bunch of other political stuff that's not really my field of expertise, so I won't get into it, but the partnerships between all of the big wigs in the fossil fuel industry is major. It makes sense that these people are going to understate and even outright deny that climate change and global warming are happening. Because if they didn't, then they wouldn't be able to claim ignorance over the fact that all of this bad stuff is happening. So we've got companies that have to keep lining their pockets and politics that are wrapped up in there too. So for now, fossil fuels are going to keep burning and keep releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. I think that distrust in the media and a lack of education is another part of what's going on here. We know that the media sources like the news sometimes engage in fear-mongering, and understandably, people may be distrustful of the news due to this, so when they watch the news and hear about these natural disasters that are happening, they don't really take it as seriously because the news already over-exaggerates things in their minds. On top of that, lack of education is a really big problem in the United States for a number of reasons, but in relation to climate change, a lot of people simply just don't understand what exactly is happening, or they don't have the scientific knowledge to really understand what's happening. The United States as a whole is also a very individualistic society, so I think maybe some people have this idea that just because it's happening to other people doesn't mean it'll happen to them, or it doesn't really matter as long as they're okay at the end of the day, which is very interesting because I feel like as a society we should care about and look out for one another, but that is also another conversation for another day. But I think at the end of all of this, we really want to take care of our Earth because this is where we live and it's the only Earth that we'll get. So paying attention to what's happening and things related to the climate crisis is going to be really important moving forward. Following recent events in the political world of the United States, including the re-election of Donald Trump, from what I hear, he's been pulling out of things like the Paris Climate Agreement and trying to dissolve agencies like the EPA, which will not be good for us in the long run, which means that the future of the Earth may not be looking too good. But on a more positive note, we do have the technology that can help us combat this issue. We have clean energy sources ready to go, but we really just have to implement them. This was just kind of an introductory video into climate change, along with some issues that I think are affecting how people view it. This was not by any means a comprehensive climate change video, but if you really want one, I can make one in the future. Just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll do another video. While you're at it, check out some of my other videos and reels for cool facts. Leave a like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.